Explain to me one more time what you want me to do. I said, explain to me one more time what you want me to do.
Like how you like stood there and then like came in.
Okay, so step up. Don't touch you on it.
Like
Just
land.
like fall. Okay, yep, you got it. All right, just stand here. So don't stand. It's like stand here. Okay, got you. Yep, let's go. Lift, tuck, pull. You got this thing.
Can you do one or you just like?
Yeah, that's fine. And hey, it's always okay to start with wherever you need to be. And I think you're understanding this, and I like it. The goal is to like start as far as possible into the process, but it's like if you're struggling a little bit, like do it whatever we can do to get you going on it, and then we can start to create that distance as you get more comfortable with it. Okay, so I'm proud of you for communicating and saying, hey, you know what, actually we just touched my back on this one. I'll do that. Let's go. Good. All right. Yes, I can. I'll just follow you through. I'll catch the ending if needed, okay?
Like you know how you like spotted me the one before? You do it like a little lighter. I'm just trying to get like. Since I just came back.
Yeah, that's fine. We just gotta get you going again on it. So yeah, we'll do the same thing. So out of your handspring, my hand will be there. I won't really like bump you into it, but my hand will touch your back. Good. Now, what's important to remember is like if you're thinking big picture, you're thinking about your tumbling journey and just like when you go into the gym, some days you have like really, really easy days. And let's say a day to where it's been a while, it's been like 6 months, like you said, where you do your handspring tuck by yourself on the spring floor. That's like the best day. Like you have enough confidence to do it on the floor. Now those days right now with how up to this point, those days don't happen often. When you get to the point where those days happen more often and where they always happen every day, right? But then you're gonna have days to where it's like, hey, you know, I'm flipping pretty easy, even if you're not doing it completely by yourself, coach is just standing there. Then you're gonna have days or even lessons, even moments where, you know, we had our first session, and I would imagine coming back into the session, you're a little bit tired because we already tumbled for 2 hours and you took a break and it's not we got to get you like re-warmed up. But it's in these moments to where it's like, hey, you know, I'm struggling a little bit harder, that I don't want you to give up on that session. You can turn a session around. Even if it starts off and it's like, oh, this is going really slow, I'm not really doing much, you can always turn it around, okay? So don't give up on that session until that session is over and you're walking out the door, all right? It's gonna take more focus, more thought, being more intentional, more thoughtful about what you're doing, because it's not just gonna flow easy sometimes, okay? But that doesn't mean that you can't get it back to that point, okay? Do you want to do the same thing, or do you want me to do anything different?
Just stand there.
Okay.
And like help me like right away.
You got it. I'll do that. Rebound. Lift, tuck, pull. The lift, the rebound, the lift is there like every time. You got that part. Initiate that flip by getting those knees up, okay? Okay. Yes, okay. And hey, so I'm glad you said that, because going into it, being confident, very important. But knowing that something, whether it's physically something goes wrong, something feels weird, or you're like, oh, I got scared out of nowhere, there can always be that random thing that throws you off. Be prepared for it. Be confident, but be prepared for something to feel wrong, but you can still go through anyways with it, all right? Let's do it. Hey, do a, we can do, or if we need to go back to do just your round of handspring tuck with me spotting you normal, instead of just doing like one time, like get some repetition on doing it like that, we can. Whatever it is to get the feeling of just going into it again. What do you think?
I think that I'm gonna like do it. Can you like still stay in there, but then if something like else like happens, then I will.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Can you spot me on like the way down? If like when I tuck and then like that.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So hand on your back when you come out of your handspring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, my tuck.
All right. Yeah. So when you come out of the hands, oh, on the landing at the end.
I thought it was just landing.
So like just like, got you. Yes. Okay. 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 Got it. Got it. Take it one skill at a time. Know that you're gonna feel scared and nervous. That's fine. But do you know what you're doing, Scarlett?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Then show me. Okay, hey, let's do this. Let's do your standing tuck, because what I want to do is, even if you're stopped, let's still finish it by getting a repetition on a skill, okay? So let's do a standing tuck just to finish the skill, and we'll try it again, all right? Nice. Okay. All right, so we trying the same thing, or hand on your back? What you think?
Same thing. 'Cause
Okay.
I know that I'm gonna do it.
All right, I love it. I love the confidence, but be prepared to work through it whenever you feel it.
Whoa.
Oh, that was my bad. I hit your hand on your back handspring. Hey, you can blame that one on me. Your finger okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
It was like
I just got in too close too early. There you go.
I was my very first.
Way to go for it.
Did it?
Yes. Now on this one, okay, so watch this, watch this, watch this. All right, so this was, so check it out. Yes. I told you this earlier when you did one of your handspring tucks, that like something felt off, but it ended up being actually a good tuck. You're like, I was really high. This one, we both agree was one of your lower tucks. Even though it was one of your lower tucks, even though like I touched your back like as you're flipping through, that was one of my favorite tucks that you've done all day. I know you're waiting for me to explain why. You're like, okay, and why? Here's why. That was what I was talking about, being able to turn things around in a session. Many times I see kids get stuck in what I call the cycle of hesitation, to where you stop, you stop again, and you keep stopping, and you're stopping for like the rest of your lesson. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. It's like you just like keep stopping. You're like, man, I didn't do any handspring tucks today. What you did is you were stopping, but you're like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it again. And it's like you would stop, you'd go back, and on the one before that, I messed you up and hit your hand on the middle of your back handspring. And so there's a lot of reasons why you could have again just not done it on that one. But the fact that you went for it and you were everything within you, like you said, your brain was telling you not to go, but you did it anyways. That is what it's all about. So if you're able to do that, that's just building that muscle of feeling the fear, still working through it, doing it anyways, which makes me super pumped. Okay, do another one like that? Let's do it. Absolutely, yes ma'am. Oh, that was a big rebound. That would have been nice. All right. So the lift was there. Get the tuck. Tuck your legs, pull, so that your body can flip, okay? There you go. That's the Scarlet I know. That's her.
When I did this, I hit your
You were just getting me back. You're getting me back for hitting your hand on your back handspring. You're like, I'm gonna get you back, Coach Levi. That was pretty. That was a good handspring tuck. All right. So I have an idea. Well, okay, let's do this. Let's say for the next 15 minutes, we keep working on your handspring tuck in the way that we are, trying to create some distance, the whole thing that we're doing. Then what I would like to do is, I told you I'd like for you to do some like specialty passes to your tuck. So once we switch into that mode of doing like aerials, punch fronts, things like that through the tuck, once we get there, our focus isn't you doing the tuck by yourself. Our focus is building these bigger passes with the tuck at the end, but with me spotting you. So it's not like a, hey, how do you want me to spot you? I'm just giving you a normal spot everyone, okay? Are you okay with doing that?
Yeah.
So let's see how much we can get out of just doing this. Question, have you ever worked your handspring tuck? When you do it on the rod floor, do you do it onto a crash mat, like onto into a pit, not like a foam pit, but like just a mat? When you do your handspring tuck on rod floor, you tumble off the rod floor onto a mat, like onto like a crash mat?
Handspring tuck?
Round off handspring tuck.
I haven't done one in like 4 months.
Okay. When you would do it, would you do it onto a crash mat? Like you would land on a crash mat?
We have 2 rod floors at our gyms. One facing this way and one facing this way, and they both had mats.
Okay.
The one that was facing this way, that mat was a little harder, but this one was kind of like the one over there, but like a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. So I worked with another Scarlet not long ago. She was older than you. She was a... Yes, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. No, so she came to a clinic, the video that you saw. I did this other time that I worked with her, we did a one-on-one session. This specific video, I haven't posted. Maybe I should. But this is the thing. Oh, this is so exciting. So I got Scarlet doing her round off handspring tuck, and we use this mat here. We put this mat on the spring floor. She was like the exact same as you as far as like I'd have to stand. You saw the video, like we got her to a point where I was standing there and I was super excited, but we got to a point where she was repping that out. the next goal was like, we got to create some distance. Anytime I start creating distance, she would stop. Must be a Scarlet thing. So what we did though, on that last day that I worked with her, on our one-on-one session, we brought this mat up here. We marked her spot, round off handspring rebound. She started doing her round off handspring tuck onto that mat. That was the last thing that we did during our session. Then she went back to, she's from Tennessee. She went back home. Her mom sent me a video for doing her round off handspring tuck on the floor. She ended up doing a round off handspring tuck on dead mat for tryouts because she's a school cheerleader. She does school and all-star. Round off handspring tuck on dead mat because we got her comfortable with just doing it with this mat here. And so instead of me standing there, she was doing it by herself onto that mat. By way of just getting comfortable with that, then she eventually started doing it. So that's just another method that if you haven't used before, that's just another thing that you can try, another thing that you can take back home and show your coaches like, hey, when I do it like this, I can do my handspring tuck to get reps on it. Does that sound like something that would potentially help you?
Maybe. Maybe.
This is the question. How do you feel about tumbling onto mats? Like it doesn't mess you up? Like, okay, so you're good with like marking your spot to tumble, like we did standing over there, you know?
So like the privates that I do on Wednesday, I do at my old gym with another person.
Uh-huh.
And that's the one who didn't really stop me. So I've been doing like handspring tucks and standing tucks on the cheese mat with like a panel mat. And,
Gotcha.
So and then we just started to do tucks.
Okay.
And you put the mat there and still like spotting it.
Okay.
But that's because their floor is like
Really hard?
they have like springs down it, but it's basically a dead mat over like
Really?
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like it's like I do it all over here since I run it.
Yeah. Let's try. We're gonna see the idea of doing this. If it's like, okay, I think I can do this. Hey, do me a favor. Start there on that line. Start on that line. And do a round off handspring. Do you usually do two-step or no? You run. However you go into it. Okay, two-step. Do a two-step round off handspring rebound. Do a two-step round off handspring rebound. And go into it with power like you're about to do your tuck. Like put some power into it. Actually, hold on. Even better, let's do a round off handspring tuck. And I'm gonna actually spot you on the tuck. Unless you just stand there, okay. Because the whole reason why I want you to do is just for the sake of helping me to help you mark your spot. So round off handspring tuck, okay?
Can you like can you like touch me?
Yes, let's do that.
So like are we landing on the mat?
No.
Okay.
That was what confused you?
Not really like
Here, do this. I think this is confusing how I'm having you do this. Go back to that line. Do a two-step round off handspring rebound. That's it. But put power into it like you're doing a tuck. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you go into it like you're doing a tuck, you're going to put the maximum amount of speed and power. If you're just like doing a round off handspring without anything at the end, it could be easy to kind of hold back and not do like a fast stretched out handspring. So I need that fast stretched out handspring so we can properly mark your spot. Okay, just round off handspring rebound, that's it. Stand right here. Okay. So go ahead and go back. And so now you start here, you do a two-step round of handspring. You're gonna rebound right before that mat and then do a tuck onto that mat. Does that make sense? Do you want to do just a round of handspring just to make sure you're good? Okay. 2-step round of handspring. So don't change your steps. Remember, you did a 2-step round of handspring, so you gotta do that same thing. Okay? Perfect. That was good. You rebound in a good spot. Just in case your hamstring goes a little extra long, just scoot it back like an inch, okay? All right. Now, check this out. Since your name is Scarlett, since this worked for the other Scarlett, maybe it'll work for you. The way that I had the other Scarlett do her round of handspring tuck on here, she kind of came up with this, and so I was like, sure, I'll let you do that. She was like, can I do a round off handspring, and when I go into my tuck, it just be like, not really a back tuck, but I just like kind of flip over. And I was like, man, if you just flip over, I don't even care what the technique looks like. Because this is the thing. I know, you know that you have a great back tuck. Your technique is good. That's not in question. The challenge is getting you to flip on your back tuck. So in an effort to get you to flip, remember how earlier you did, you were doing your handspring tuck, standing handspring tuck on the air track? You kind of did like that one like crazy like backflip thing. And I was like, sweet, you flipped. So if we don't put so much focus on like having to make sure that the technique is perfect, sometimes that allows you just get the connection. Because here's what's great. You're really good at connecting 2 back handsprings. Like that, you have no issue connecting 2 back handsprings. So it's like, if you take that connection, instead of shooting back into another handspring, you kind of like take it up and over, and then we kind of start like transforming that into a back tuck. You see what I'm saying?
I do. So usually when
So we're on to something here.
So like when I kind of like, I don't just like do like on days that like, let's say on my trampoline, I want to do my tuck on my trampoline, or in my case my tuck, and let's say that I didn't do it. Like I didn't like rebound 5 times and do it. I try to do a high back handspring.
Bingo.
And once I do a high back handspring,
You start tucking your legs, yes. And now I would never, ever, yes, I would never do this with someone that already has like bad technique on their tuck, because it's like, we gotta fix your technique. Your technique is so strong that us doing this isn't going to like mess your back tuck up because it's so strong. You know what I'm saying? I think this may be a good route to get you doing this thing. All right, I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad you have experience doing this on your trampoline. You already have kind of understanding of this. So essentially do this. Do round off 2 back handsprings, make your second one high. Now, since you're going up a level, you're gonna have to make it high in order to get up there. So purposely make it high, okay? Yes. The fact that you did that first try makes my heart so happy. I'm like actually really, really excited that you just did that. And to you, you may be like, bro, it's like not even that big of a thing. Like I just did 2 back handsprings. I just did 2 back handsprings. My second back handspring was ugly. Why are you so happy about this? The fact that you connected it, even with the mindset of knowing what we're doing, that's the thing. Is like, and you know this to be true. Once typically, if you start even thinking of the concept of this is gonna develop into a back tuck on the ground, it's like, you just kind of start freaking out. The fact that you did that, yes! Let's do that again. And now from here, I'm basically just gonna like shut my mouth and let you work this process, because the same thing you do on trampoline, work that process here. Let's get it. You almost did a layout. Watch this. Had you stayed tight and like pressed your arms, you'd have did a layout. You almost did a layout, man. Yeah, so, okay. You know, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just let you do you. I'm going to just let you do you. Let's go. Try not to get ahead of yourself. What I mean by that is like thinking, okay, you know, I'm just going to send a tuck. Because remember, we're taking a step at a time. The way that we're doing this is a complete like different way, different approach, different method than what we're previously using. So I want you to understand that these are two different things. Because sometimes this may work better for you than the like really think set tuck pull. Or sometimes the set tuck pull may work better for you. So in this moment, our focus is handspring, high second handspring, high second tucked up handspring, high second tucked up handspring with no hands, and that develops into a tuck. Okay. All right, let's go. You know what you're gonna be really, really good at someday? Whips. Because your backhand's so fast, man. You're gonna be whip, 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 whip. You're gonna be whipping. I love it.
Like I just want to check.
I believe it. Yeah.
If I do like another round of back handspring, handspring and kind of tuck my knees, can I try to do like a lower tuck, like a tuck like a little?
Listen, this is the thing. The whole reason why we're doing this is because this does not require Coach Levi or any coach. I'm here kind of like guiding you through this process, but I'm trying not to say a lot because I just want to watch you work through this. Does your gym have a spring floor?
Like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Does your gym have a crash mat? You can do this without a coach. I don't know if you guys ever have like open gyms or anything like that, but this is my point. I want you to take ownership of your tumbling. So if you're always dependent on a coach standing there, it's hard to break that, to create that distance of a coach standing there as we've been working. So now we're like, hey, you know what? We're switching methods. So my point in saying this, I want you to go into your tuck as much as fast as you want. If you just want to send a round of handspring tuck, do that. But if you're like, you know what? I just need to keep working it through the two back handspring. So this is you. This is all you. I'm just here to witness greatness. I'm gonna adjust this camera a little bit more so you can get a better view, okay? Doing a tuck up today, yeah. You need to scoot back like an inch, you can. But that shows me that like you're really getting after, like ready and prepared to do it. That you're putting more power into it. So same way, put some power. At the beginning of our session and throughout, we've continued to talk about, do you believe that if you rebound, you tuck your knees and you pull, that's gonna create a back tuck, right? And you believe that to be true, right? So no matter how you feel, you know if you do that, that's gonna create a back tuck. So putting aside all the things that are going through your head, the way that you feel is gonna be there, but if you choose to focus on what you know, what you believe, what truth is, the truth is you rebound, you tuck your knees, you pull your legs, you're gonna do a back tuck. Do you believe that? Show me. Good job, sis. Way to work through it. Now listen. Oh, so good too. The reason why this right here is so important is because, oh man, I gotta take a seat for a second. I gotta take a seat.
Your mom's reaction was awesome.
Take a seat real quick. I'm about to pass out from excitement. So listen, the start of this lesson was kind of rough. Am I right? Started off slow. It felt like it wasn't going to be an amazing tumbling day. It felt like it was gonna be, you were gonna do less than you did on our first session, which was understandable because you were tired, you were ready to tumble for 2 hours. But here's what happened. Remember I kept talking about, Scarlett, you can turn it around and you can turn those lessons around. So what I need you to do is you're going to have days that are challenging. On those days, it's up to you to turn it around. And now what we did, man, is you notice I didn't really say anything at all. Like as you're working through that, like I may have like after one said one thing about like the whole belief thing, right? But you are the one that did that. And even more amazing and powerful than that is you have a sprinkler at your gym. You have one of these at your gym. So if you're struggling, you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just bring the crash mat out. I'm gonna get some reps on doing that. And it doesn't require a coach standing next to you, which is the entire thing that you need to do. And now you're ready for me to stop talking so you can do it again. Let's go. Holy moly. That was the best back handspring back tuck I've seen you do this entire day. What in the world? That was so good. Oh, you haven't done that in 6 months? Wow. Congratulations. So proud of you. I'll say one thing, because that's important, something to be mindful of is the more, or sometimes what's gonna happen when you start doing your skill and you're like super excited, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then like the realization sets in that you're like, oh my gosh, I just did my handspring tuck. It can be easy to start overthinking in that moment. So still, even though you did it, doesn't mean like the fear is just forever gone. It's like, oh cool, I got my tuck again. You do got your tuck, but do you have your tuck being fearless, not being scared, not being nervous? No, that's still going to be there. So be prepared for that so you can still think about what you're doing to make it happen. Got it? Woo! Girl, you rebounded off the mat, you still did it. So listen, this is a very important moment. This is such an important moment. Oh, this is so good. I'm glad that you did that. Here's why. Because even though that happened, you still finished the skill. It would have been so easy and even understandable had you just let out and just bailed on it.
That's probably what I would have done, but I didn't.
You didn't, because you know that if you commit to tucking your legs and pulling, no matter what, you're going to successfully do your back tuck. But had that been in the past, you didn't have those things to specifically think about, it'd have been easy to rebound and be like, oh no, I rebound off the mat, and just bailed out. But you didn't. Hey, so the way to start working this, you don't have to do this right now, but I'm just, for future reference, is doing it, you can start scooting further back this way, like inching back. And then you eventually get to points where you're landing back on the spring floor. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And doing that too will just like it'll ensure that you don't rebound from off the mat like that. But even if you were to start back like a foot further than you are, your tuck's gonna travel enough to where you're still gonna land on that mat. But you can keep working your way back further and further and further till you ain't using the mat at all. Got it?